In this math tutorial, we'll be taking a look at fraction types, the different fractions that we get, as well as what a fraction is composed of. Now, per definition, if we look at the fraction, it means how many equal parts in a whole. Let's say, for example, we have a quarter, 1/4. The top number is called the numerator. And the numerator tells us how many parts of the whole we have, while the bottom number, called the denominator, tells us how many equal parts the whole is divided into. So, numerator and denominator make up a fraction. For example, if we have one whole, we have this one whole block, and we go and cut it into 4 equal parts, like so. We will then have quarter blocks, because it's cut into 4 equal parts. So a whole will be 4 quarters, but each block will be cut into 1 quarter each. Adding them together, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, equals 4 parts that makes up the whole. If I have the 4 parts and I take away 1 quarter, 1 part of the 4, I am left with only 3 of the 4 equal parts. If I take away another part of the 4, I have 2 of the 4 parts, and I am left with only 2 of the 4 parts, or 2 quarters taken away, and I'm left with 2 quarters. So then let's have a look at the different fraction types that we get. We get 3 main fraction types in math, and the first one is called a proper fraction. And a proper fraction is a fraction less than 1 with the numerator less than the denominator. This means that the numerator needs to be smaller than the denominator. 3 examples is 3 quarters, or 7/10, or 13/33. Because in all 3 cases, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So for example, we have 3 quarters. I don't have a whole, so the fraction is first less than 1 in both cases, because we have 3 quarters and we have 7/10. The next fraction type is an improper fraction, and an improper fraction tells us that it is a fraction greater than or equal to 1 with the numerator greater than or equal to the denominator. For example, we can say 4/3, for the numerator is greater than the denominator, thus it is an improper fraction. Or 10/10. I've got all 10 parts, but it is still an improper fraction because the fraction is greater than or equal to 1. We all know that 10/10, having all 10 parts, makes one whole. Or I can say 33/13. The numerator is still larger than the denominator, so it is an improper fraction. For example, if we have a look at 5 quarters, we can see that first of all, there are 4 quarters grouped together, and that makes one whole. But then I add another quarter, and displaying it as an improper fraction means that now I have 5 quarters that are grouped together. In terms of a whole, we can see that we have all 10 parts. We've got 10 of the 10 parts, but still displayed as an improper fraction because it is equal or greater than a whole, or 1, so it is still an improper fraction. The last fraction type we are going to discuss is a mixed number, and a mixed number tells us that it is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Here I display that I have 3 wholes and 3 of 4 equal parts of a whole, or I've got 7 whole parts and I've got 2 of 5 equal parts of another whole, or 1 whole and I've got 5 of the 13 equal parts of another whole. Let's have a look at the example here. Here we have a improper fraction, and then displaying that improper fraction as a mixed number. We can see again that we have those 4 parts, 4 equal parts, 4 quarters grouped together, which will make 1 whole. And then that would become the mixed number. That will become the number in front of a fraction. So I've got 1 whole, and then I have added another quarter, and that would be displayed as 1 and 1/4. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Also, the link is provided either in the box on screen or in the description below to link and download the explanation via PDF.